Have you ever heard of the Falkland Islands? They're these tiny remote islands in the South Atlantic, and I decided to go there. But to get there, it's not that easy. You have to go to Punta Arenas in southern Chile. And from Punta Arenas, they run a once a week flight to Mount Pleasant Airport in the Falkland Islands. It was a nightmare just to get to Punta Arenas, like so many flights. But yeah, I made it to Punta Arenas. It's like freezing cold there. Anyways, next morning I went straight to the airport, and the funny thing about the Punta Arenas airport that you do the boarding and the immigration at the same time. They don't really have much international flights. So you do the immigration, and right after immigration you hop into the plane. I was in the immigration line and I saw a Brazilian guy with the Brazilian passport. So I approached him and we started talking. He was explaining me that he was in Argentina and in Chile, and he was like a backpacker solo traveling. We actually sat right next to each other on the plane, and he was telling me that he was gonna rent a tent in the Falklands in Stanley and camp somewhere. In my head I was like, this guy is going to be deported because there's no way they're gonna let him in without a place to stay. So I was telling him on the flight that you have to book a place to stay. There's no way this plan is gonna work out. They're very strict. They really want you to have a place, accommodation, insurance, everything. So he started looking for places in ChatGPT. ChatGPT actually gave him a local guy number, and he messaged this guy on WhatsApp, and the local dude had a room in his house. He usually rents for tourists in the summer season, and they agreed in a price, and boom, he got the accommodation. Arriving in Mount Pleasant, you cannot film anything because it's a military air base, so filming is very restricted. But you basically get off the plane, straight in the runway, and then you go to immigration. It's a very small airport, and the immigration, they were questioning me like, what are you doing here? Where is your accommodation? So I just told them I have some drugs, that's why I came here. Now I'm kidding. I just showed the officer my accommodation, my proof of insurance and everything. Boom, they let me through, they stamped my passport, and then straight to the transfer. The transfer goes from Mount Pleasant to Stanley. It's about like an hour drive. Finally arrived in Stanley and checked in my Airbnb. My Airbnb was really good. It was like a big house with 2 rooms, a big kitchen, and a really nice bathroom. Cost me about 110 US dollars a day. Yeah, right now I'm going to a restaurant. So let's see. Oh, freezing my hands, man. Look at this. After checking in the Airbnb, I was starving, so I got myself a really nice fish and chips. It cost me about 16 pounds. After the meal, I met with the Brazilian guy and we went straight to the Rose Bar. Norway against England was happening. It was so funny because when I entered the bar with the Brazilian guy, I was with a Brazil shirt on, and everyone started booing us like, oh, go get your boyfriend and go back home. It was quite funny. But shortly after, all the locals became so friendly. They actually bought drinks for us. They were so amazing, and England won that game 2-1. They revenged us because Norway eliminated Brazil. It was such a nice vibe there. Everyone was smiling, dancing and cheering. It was so nice. It was amazing. And then we went to another bar to watch Argentina against Switzerland the same night. We actually met another Brazilian that lives in the island, been like 10 years, and he's a police officer in the island.
Vamos, Suíça! Suíça terra pequeno, porra!
At this point we were pretty drunk, and then we decided to go to another bar. Switzerland tied with Argentina 1-1. Well, they lost the match anyways. After that we went to Groovies. I think it's the only nightclub in Stanley. We had a great time there. It was so fun. The music was really good. Everyone was so excited because of the win against Norway. We met so many friendly locals, and then straight to bed. For some reason I woke up and started doing kick-ups. That was so cold. I was wearing this ski mask. Let's go explore.
Guys,
We just met on the plane. No.
we've been walking around just doing stuff. Today we have a friend, another Brazilian friend, who's gonna join us to maybe walk around as well, take us to some places. Yeah, we're gonna have a blast.
Yeah, look at Stanley. We're here. Downtown Stanley. Jonathan, the police officer we met in the bar, he drove us around and we explored York Bay, where you can see a lot of penguins. I mean, unfortunately in the winter you can only see Gen 2 penguins, but we got to see like hundreds of them, so we were very lucky. Jonathan also drove us to see the Argentine helicopter from the Falklands War in 1982, and it's so crazy to see, like, it's all in pieces. It's in the middle of nowhere and people signed their, like, with the blades, they signed their names in the pieces of metal.
De 82 para cá tá no mesmo local, tá ligado? Os caras não tiram daqui. Os caras não arrancam daqui.
After the Argentine helicopter, we went to a place called the Boot Hill, where people just leave their boots. I have no idea why they exactly do that. There's so many explanations. If you know a little bit about the history behind this place, drop in the comments below in the video, please.
England, of course.
Is that a question? We are
Yeah.
from Brazil. We are the biggest rivals of Argentina.
Sure, England all the way.
England all the way. It's coming home. It's coming home.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, obviously England. It's coming home. Let's be honest. There's no other place it's going to go.
You reckon we got a chance?
Oh, 100%. Tomorrow.
Well, you already know the result by now, but we appeared in the Falklands national TV. Everyone was so excited. That was the day before the England against Argentina match.
Play better football, more attacking. But I think, yeah, they've got a chance. Let's hope that there's no red cards tomorrow. Hopefully it's a good game and the best team wins.
Yeah, and they have good people rooting for them here, so I guess
Yeah.
the spirits are up. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. 100% we're winning that game.
Why are you so confident?
Because we're England and we're going to win it. We're going to win against the Argentinians and then we're going to win the World Cup as well. Simple as.
Perfect. Anything to add?
Come on, England!
And the game finally started. Everyone was so hyped, the spirits were up, the pub was so concentrated in the match. In the minute 55, go! England scored 1-0. Everyone was so happy in the bar. 1-0 England, 15 minutes left to end the game. And boom, the party's over. Argentina scored 2 goals, 2-1 to Argentina. The game is about to end. Literally, in the last 15 minutes, Argentina managed to score 2 goals, man. Well, the match is over. Argentina won. After taking this L, we just went straight to another bar, played some pool.
We built that firm. I did the inside, and this one in 4-bed.
Is it like adapted?
We did the inside of that.
Yeah.
This one's private. This is government as well.
What do you mean by government?
It's government own it, and they rent it out to people.
Okay.
I want to say big thanks for Nacho. He's a local guy. He's from Chile and grew up in the Falklands. He was driving us around anytime we needed a ride. He's a really nice guy. Thanks for him. We explored so much of Stanley. Next morning, Nacho took us to a beach called the York Bay.
And it's shallow. It's very shallow. So you can walk where the waves are, is it? You can walk right there. You go out.
Up until where you think there?
Where the waves start? There, yeah.
No, you're
There's maybe here.
We saw some horses along the way in the middle of nowhere and they were so friendly. The following days were pretty chill. We watched a local tournament of hockey. They are really big into hockey in the Falklands. It's so weird to watch hockey in South America. And we checked the touristic spots like the telephone box. I sent a letter to my home in Brazil. It's probably going to take like 1 year to arrive. But anyways, the next days we just explored Stanley. We walked a lot around. One thing that surprised me was the supermarket. I thought they were gonna be so expensive because of the logistics to ship everything from the UK, but the prices were quite good. Like you can buy tuna, meats, chicken for like the same price as in Brazil, even if you convert the Brazilian currency to pounds. So I think they were pretty okay to the rest of the world. The supermarket is not like a crazy prices as everyone says they are, and they have a lot of stuff, even Vegemite, Oreo. The Oreo was quite expensive, like £8 for one pack of Oreos. So like yeah, it was really expensive. And so after spending all this time here, I finally understand why the Falkland Islands caught my attention in the first place. Before coming here, I mostly knew the Falklands because of the war, but I also love geography and remote places that feel almost forgotten by everyone else. But being here is completely different from just looking at it on the map. The history is everywhere. You see the memorials, the old military sites, you hear people talking about what happened here, and even though the war was about 40 years ago, it feels very present. At the same time, I realized I didn't really come here to take a side and tell people what to think about the war. I just wanted to come here and see the place for myself. Even though I'm probably the most hated Brazilian in Argentina because of my viral videos about the Falklands, two really cool Argentinian people I met in my travels, they unfollowed me on Instagram, so yeah. I never once talked badly about Argentina. And honestly, what I'm going to remember most, it's not about the war, it's the people I met here. Athos, who I met on the flight, Nacho, who grew up here and showed us around, the locals who bought us drink, the couple who bought us food in the restaurant, Gary from St. Helena who gave us those shirts, and there were the penguins, the beaches, the football, the horses, the crazy weather, and just exploring around this very beautiful remote place. But one thing that really surprised me was how people live without data. It feels like stepping back in time, when people didn't have phones and were actually present in the moment. You only have data inside your accommodation. Once you leave, you're basically in the real world. People are not on their phones all the time. They're not constantly checking messages or emails. Someone tells you they're gonna arrive at 10:30, they're actually there at 10:30. There's no need to message and say, are you still coming? I came here knowing almost nothing about what life was actually in the Falklands, and I left with memories I honestly didn't expect to make. That's probably my favorite thing about traveling. You can know a place from history books, maps, or the news, but you don't really understand it until you actually go there. So if you ask me now, have you ever heard of the Falkland Islands? I'm gonna say yes, I sure have, and I'm really glad I came. There's still so many places in the world I want to see. So if you want to follow along, I'll see you in the next video.